If I had to start a SaaS business with $0, there are 4 things I'd absolutely do to get my first customers and set myself up for success. Back when I started Lemless in 2018, I had no money, no network, and no customers. I was convinced that to build a successful business, you needed to raise funds. I needed money to make more money. I sent hundreds of emails to investors pitching my product, and I kept receiving rejection messages with different levels of kindness to express it. So can you really build a successful SaaS business without raising funds? Well, in the last 5 years, I was able to go from nothing to building 5 SaaS businesses and crossing $20 million in ARR, 100% bootstrapped. So let me present you 4 simple steps that will help you grow a profitable SaaS business faster than anyone else. The first strategy is to become a secret agent in your audience, meaning that to get your first customers, you'll need to infiltrate your target audience. There's a quote from Steve Jobs that says, "Get closer than ever to your customers, so close that you tell them what they need well before they realize it themselves." In other words, if you want to sell your product or service to people, you need to make them trust you. And trust is based on 3 essential elements: targeting, messaging, and credibility. And for sales, it depends on how you identify your prospects' problems and needs, how you express the value prospect will get from your products or services, and how you demonstrate that you are an expert in this specific field. So how can you build trust with your first customers? Here's how I did it by following the trust framework. 1. Targeting. In 2018, when I had started Lemlist, I joined a lot of Facebook communities with people interested in cold emailing. 2nd, messaging. I determined what they were struggling with and offered solution to their problems. I knew that people struggle to get meetings with their prospects. So when I posted in a cold emailing community, I focused on a solution they could use. How exactly did I make people engage with the post? Thanks to the credibility part. I established my expertise through social proof. By adding a screenshot of a positive answer I received for my campaign, I showed everyone what type of results they could get. I also quoted a conversation I had with the community's creator, adding even more social proof. Following this simple framework, I got more than 300 beta testers for my product. To me, that can be summarized by one quote from Zig Ziglar: "You can have everything in life if you will just help other people get what they want." Another way to grow your business by leveraging communities is to repurpose existing content you wrote. Here, Patwell's strategy was to republish every inspiring story he wrote for his website on Reddit. This allowed him to get 1,000 visitors in just 3 days and to eventually 4x his traffic website. He pushed it even further by commenting on others' posts with his article links, generating 900 plus traffic visits in a single day, and tons of sign up for his newsletter for free. With his strategy, Pat got tons of positive feedback and helped small business owners get even more coverage. My second tip is that you need to build your audience before your product. Why do you think Justin Welch made over $2 million selling his online courses? His strategy was simple: build an audience of millions of people that trusted him to eventually sell them something. Let's see how you can leverage this strategy to get more customers than everyone else. First, you need to build your personal brand based on the trust framework: targeting, messaging, and credibility. Here's an example. Tao from our team is helping salespeople with their cold outreach. He's sharing daily tips and tricks on LinkedIn on how to book more meetings based on his own experience. He's answering each comment with the right solution, and is also engaging with experts in his field by commenting on their posts. Thanks to this strategy, he was able to build an audience that trusted him, get noticed in the sales outreach industry, and book over 10 meetings each week with qualified leads. And every creator is doing the same. Justin Welch is talking to solopreneurs who want to grow on LinkedIn by sharing the techniques he used to grow to 400,000 followers. Danko is talking to entrepreneurs who want to reach their full potential by publishing inspirational posts and tips on productivity based on his personal experience. Thibaut is talking to business owners who want to build businesses through their audiences by writing daily posts about his entrepreneurship journey since 2015. This strategy allowed them later on to sell something to their audience because their audience trusted them. Justin Welch sold content creation courses for close to $2 million. Danko made over $2 million by selling online courses and video editing services. Thibaut was able to build a $5 million SaaS thanks to the support of his 100,000 audience. Sharing everything you're learning along the way will make you, your business, and other people grow. And once you've built an audience on social media, you turn it into a community. That's how I created the Lemlist family with over 20,000 sales experts on Facebook. From the expertise I had built on social media, I gathered people in my target audience and showcased how my products could solve their problems. And since they trusted me, they supported my business, eventually helping me scale my SaaS products to $20 million in ARR. Now, let's see how you can create cold emails that will make your prospects convert. Way before I started Lemlist, I was sending cold emails to pretty much everyone. I tried hundreds of different approaches, from the spray and pray approach to the highly targeted one. And often I would receive rejection messages. But each rejection message was a way to improve my craft. And after testing different approaches for months, I managed to close a huge client, Zendesk. And here's what I did differently. One is I used the value equation to write my email. The value people will find in your offer can be determined by the dream outcome, meaning what you offer, times the trust you build with them, divided by the effort it will take to achieve the dream outcome. Here's how it works. So I share the dream outcome, meaning helping them book more meetings with their prospects. Then I build some trust. So I talked about a pain point they had, a low open rate, and even lower meeting book rates. Then I convey the value of my product, a solution that could 5x their current results. Then I shared my credibility through 3 different ways. One, I added some numbers about cold emailing, which shows my expertise. Then I talked about someone they knew who had helped me improve my product, which kind of built a lot of reports. And third, I mentioned a company that doubled its results with my solution. The company I mentioned was extremely relevant because it was also one of their competitors, building even more social proof. Finally, I minimized the needed effort to a 15-minute chat with me. As Sahil Lavinia, je sais pas comment on le prononce. Sahil Lavinia, and I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, once said, if you write every cold email like it might change your life, one may. If you don't, none will. And if you want to change your life with cold emails, I created a document with all of my best cold email templates. You can find the link in the description. Now let's get to the next part, getting closer to thought leaders. If you get closer to people that are seen as industry leaders, you'll build much more trust with your target audience. For example, if you see me having a chat with Beyoncé, you'll be more likely to think that I have some sort of influence. That's how the association phenomenon works. The perception of an individual's status can be changed or evolved based on who they interact with. So to grow your SaaS effectively, one of the best ways to get closer to leaders is by starting a podcast. Last year, I was able to associate myself with big names like Noah Kagan, Justin Welch, Tim Solo, Jason Cohen, thanks to this strategy. Hence, exposing myself to their audience and building more trust. And apart from helping you gain more subscribers, this strategy has many other advantages. 1, you gain more credibility in your field. 2, you meet with people you admire. And 3, you learn tons of insights from them, and everything is free. Sorry. But how do you convince multi-million-dollar founders to come on your podcast? So here's exactly how I convinced Noah Kagan to do an interview with me. And once again, I used the value equation framework. I shared with him the dream outcome by answering the question, what's in it for you? I made sure to build trust with him, showing the research I did on him, highlighting similarities between our companies, and also talking about other successful founders who were on my podcast before, which added a lot of social proof. I also showed him that the effort it would take to reach the dream outcome was minimal, a 1-hour call with me. If you know how to build trust, then and only then you'll be able to ask something from people. You can also associate yourself with leaders through co-creation, which is a strategy requiring even less effort from others. Here's how Rachel Turner, a LinkedIn content creator talking about leadership, was able to go from only a few likes to millions of views. She associated herself with top leaders with a simple curation approach. With a single cold email, she asked thought leaders what was their favorite books. For her audience, it created a feeling of proximity between her and the different thought leaders while actually requiring very little effort. Here's a cold email I received to be featured on this post. I answered because the sender was able to, 1, show me the dream outcome, meaning exposing my profile to a bigger audience and also being associated with other thought leaders. 2nd, he built trust by talking about my company and a pain I have as a founder. And 3rd, he made the effort it would take me as small as possible. And of course, because he followed the rules of a cold email, he made his email easy to read by keeping it sharp, he personalized the email, and he used a very straightforward call to action. Later on, he actually made sure to follow up with the link of the post, so I engaged with the post. And by doing that with 24 other thought leaders like Chris Do, Jesse Puggi, and Stephanie Stuckey, Rachel was able to get way more coverage than usual. Trust is not something you build in one one day. Yet, all of those actions will have a lifelong impact on your business. Because once you build trust with your prospects, I can promise you they will stick with you. If you follow those 4 steps, you'll be able to get your first customers even with $0. And that's the first step to growing a profitable SaaS business. And I believe the most important is that you'll be a free, successful founder. So what did you learn today? First, you don't need thousands of dollars to build a successful SaaS business. Second, build trust because it will help you generate a lot more sales. Third, focus on helping people solve their problems and bring them as much value as you can. Fourth, when you outreach people, always ask yourself, what's in it for them? And fifth, grow your audience before you grow your product. If you like this video and want to show support, don't hesitate to check out other videos and to subscribe to my channel for more tips. See you soon. Peace, love, and profits.